We had a very violent history with over 30 years of lasting violence with deaths on multiple sides of the community. We had finally peace in 1998, putting an end to the violence of 30 years with the Good Friday Agreement. This brought two communities together, allowing for us to live in a more cohesive society, although we still face many challenges and still have to work through them. One of the challenges that we face is community division still exists. Many places are still divided by whether you're a Protestant or a Catholic, and many people still hold the mindset of the Troubles, where if you're a Catholic, you're the enemy, or if you're a Protestant, you're the enemy, and you're not part of the same team. We also face the problem of a segregated school system. We have Catholic schools and segregated schools within NI. And even though NI or Catholic students within NI are given the opportunity to go to a state school, it's not as much welcomed as it is mainly Protestant, and you don't feel very welcomed. I went to an integrated school for primary school. My dad is a Protestant, but I'm a Catholic. I had an interest in growing up because I didn't really understand the difference between Protestants and Catholics. And I felt that we were all the same. The only difference was I went to make a communion or a confession and they just stayed in the classroom. Having this experience of growing up in an integrated school gave me a much different view on the conflict within NI. And it made me feel that while we may have differences within our communities and our religions, and we have had tension in the past, we can go past getting to know one, we can go to get to know one another and be able to feel more comfortable. I go to a Catholic secondary school. I wish I could continue my education into an integrated school, but sadly there wasn't many viable options. But that doesn't stop me from continuing to learn within PeacePlayers, as it gives me a safe space to interact with other sides of the community and understand our differences and work well together.
Hello? Yeah. I'm Sam Patterson, and I've been a part of PeacePlayers for 2 years, which is a relatively short time because some of the participants from Northern Ireland have basically grown up with the programme. But I'll try to give you an insight into how PeacePlayers has acted in Northern Ireland for change. I've lived here all of my life, and as I have lived here, I've seen a community divided by a legacy of conflict. However, 20 years ago, PeacePlayers began its own legacy, empowering young people for change by creating the opportunity for learning and growth, enriching us with core values, and providing us with an ideal to grow towards so that we can live together in peace. Beyond this, however, I've seen the impact of PeacePlayers and I in the celebration of difference, and this is us. In the two communities in Northern Ireland, there isn't a great deal of difference. We both, the Catholic and Protestant people, both follow a very similar Bible, and overall we have a surprising amount in common in terms of our culture. However, I believe in the appreciation of the unique. We're allowed to better relate to one another at PeacePlayers. One thing, however, which we do have in common is our sense of community as a family. I play for a basketball team called Queens, and there I feel like I'm an individual, and I'm shut off from the rest of my teammates. I play for Queens. I play for them. I work for the team. However, when I'm at PeacePlayers, I am a peace player, and we all work for each other. It's not one-sided. We're all.
I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience with PeacePlayers. Growing up in Northern Ireland, I wasn't aware there was even a conflict to begin with. I grew up in a Catholic primary school, went to a Catholic secondary school, and until joining PeacePlayers, I truly didn't understand that there was anything going on. But upon joining and learning and interacting with people that I didn't know existed, essentially, I learned how truly ingrained the division and segregation is within Northern Ireland. It's as Emily mentioned, there is such segregation in terms of schools. There are integrated schooling is becoming more and more of a viable option. That's only in recent years. Our government is still heavily divided on both sides of the community, and by joining PeacePlayers, I've been able to truly sort of witness and understand everything that's going on. It's been an incredible journey for me. The past 4 years have been a bit of a wild ride, especially with COVID in the middle, and I'm just extremely thankful to be able to be here today. I just want to thank all of the coaches from NI, everyone from the team as well, especially Joanne. I'm not sure if she's in here right now. Oh, she's over there. She can't hear me. It's fine. Everyone from PeacePlayers NI has made me feel so welcomed and appreciated. My skills, I feel, have been able to be put to the best they can, and I will be forever grateful for everything this team has done for me. Thank you very much.